Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lattes on My Mind.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Felina. What are we talking about today?
We're talking... Did you almost call me Felina?
I did. I stopped myself. Nobody had to know.
I had to. Well, we're talking about a little gangster called John Herbert Dillinger.
Herbert? How can you be a Herbert and be a gangster?
Exactly. Well, you'll find out. So grab those lattes and join us for the journey.
How the heck have you been, Hannah?
Oh, I'm doing good, Hannah.
Shut up, Hannah.
Shut up, Hannah.
Shut up, Hannah.
She almost called me Felina.
I did almost do that.
You know?
Listen, I think we've established that we record on the same day, we release weeks apart. And so I'm still not feeling great.
She's still
not like sick, but like out of it, you know?
She's had a rough day, guys. She's had a day.
It's been a time.
I think it was just something in the weather. Our boss was grumpy. Felina was out of it.
Hannah, you mean?
Yeah, Hannah. Hannah.
Hannah, Hannah.
We're renaming.
Actually almost got flipped off by her boss today.
Yes, he almost. Yep. I will call him out.
I'm gonna go ahead and say he kind of did. I wasn't there. I did not witness.
He did, because I went.
And then he
I was like,
waved.
did you just? I said to the other guy in there, I said, did you see that?
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go to HR. It's a boop.
HR.
Let me tell you.
Man, what a time.
It has been a day. It's been a day. I had to end up acting in a commercial.
She did have to act in a commercial.
With actual lines this time.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, that's why I was like, what do I do?
That's what I really should have been there, because
I know. I know.
I do the lines.
I was excited.
I'm sure you did wonderfully.
Yeah, stellar.
I'm sure you did a fantastic job.
I'm going to become famous from it, you guys.
Yeah. So if you see Hannah out here,
yeah,
you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you'll be like,
the
wow.
one where they didn't provide us enough actors and she had to be in it.
And I was supposed to be filming it.
Yeah.
BT
Actually,
dubs.
she was supposed to be the lead film.
I was supposed to be the lead film. And I also filmed still. And our new girl did great, though.
Yeah.
She's great. She's listening to this.
Shout out, new girl.
We're not going to say your name until you tell us we can.
Yeah.
But she did listen to one the other day. She told me she did.
She did listen to one the other day.
And I said,
she also looked at her website the other day, Lattes Podcast
Spotify podcast. And she doesn't, it's lattespodcast.com. Everyone. I think she might be the only one who went to the website. I think your mom has gone to the website.
Yeah. What throws me off is it's lattespodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
And then it's lattespodcast.com.
Yes.
We really, really screwed ourselves over there.
Well, you want it to be the same so people remember it.
I know, but it's so close that it's hard. It's a tongue twister.
It is. It really is. It really is.
It is.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Isn't that what the boss said too, that he doesn't like the word it's?
It's, yeah.
So we were going to say tis.
We said, all right, boss.
Okay, boss.
Okay, boss.
All right, boss. Whatever you say, boss.
We did say she's an idiot. Hooray! That is a Peanut quote. That was from last week, the Amelia Earhart episode. If you haven't watched, what?
Whoa! If you haven't watched it, which we didn't even film,
which you can't. If you haven't watched it, too bad. Too bad.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna make it, I think.
She thinks. I mean, she's gonna be giddy through my whole episode.
I might have a case of the giggles.
Yes, and I'm gonna have to be like, guess what? We gotta get back on track, girl. We gotta get back on track.
We're talking about gangsters.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. Before we start, I'm gonna move this.
But like olden gangsters, or like, how old is John Hubert Dillinger?
What? Guess what?
I'm guessing.
During the Great Depression.
The Great Depression!
Which you were saying that Amelia Earhart was also as well.
So maybe our hyperfixation for this half of the month is
just the Great Depression.
The Great Depression.
Except we're not talking about that. We're just talking about things that
maybe we should do an episode on the Great Depression.
Yeah, we have. I mean, people know about it, but we haven't done one.
But are there conspiracy theories around it? I'd be interested to find out.
Oh, that's a good one. Are there conspiracy theories about?
Yeah.
If you know about it.
If you know of any.
You can do it.
Sorry, I wanted to let you finish. I felt like I was talking over you. If you know about any conspiracy theories around or during the Great Depression, you can email us at lattespodcast@gmail.com. You can reach out to us on Facebook and Instagram on Lattes on My Mind. You can reach out to us on our website, lattespodcast.com, or you can comment on literally any of our posts on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, or YouTube.
She did it.
Yeah. Hooray! Also, Hannah, are we going to talk about the comment?
Oh, guys, yes.
We
haven't published the comment yet.
We haven't published a comment yet. But you guys, I forgot that we said we have to publish them.
Yes.
So that's annoying on my own part.
We can go, yeah.
Screw you, Pasadena.
We can change it.
But anyways, we've made it. We've made it. We are now going to be charging for autographs,
right,
and signatures. It'll be $5 for autographs, about $30 for signatures, because you can forge that and really screw up my life a little bit.
That's true. That's why you choose a different famous autograph.
Okay.
As opposed to, we'll change it.
Yeah, we'll have to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got our first hate comment.
Yes, and our only comment besides our mom's.
My mom hasn't commented.
My mom's commented. My mom has
emailed us.
Someone else has commented that's a relative. But then this is our first comment by I don't know who.
But we got our first hate comment, and I said, Mama, I have made it. I have inspired someone so much.
They have decided
to hate us so much.
And here's the funny thing. Well, there are many funny things about the comment, but they commented on our most listened to episode.
Shout out Garth Brooks. Go listen to it.
Which I don't know why, but it's our most listened to episode. And they were like, I only made it 30 minutes in. And all I've learned is that he was a country singer gone emo.
Yeah.
And that
retired.
Yeah.
And that his concerts, people went missing at his concerts that he was playing. And I was like, yeah, that's a lot to have learned in 30 minutes for us, because we talk a lot, we banter. Yes. But also, secondly,
you must have made it further.
You made it way further than that, because I didn't even talk about the retirement part until after 30 minutes. Yeah. So you made it longer than that.
And then to sum up the comment, they said,
worst podcasters ever. Thank you. I think we should get merch made, and it should say worst podcasters ever. And then it should have their name.
Oh.
Yeah. Make them famous.
And then on the back it says, grab those lattes and join us for the
journey. So worst podcasters ever. So grab those lattes and join us for. Let us know if you'd like that. We can make little stickers.
Yeah,
we can put it on. We can put it on the website if you guys are interested in that.
Comment.
Absolutely.
So yeah. We were pretty excited about that.
We were excited about that. I forgot to mention it.
Told Wes, and he busted out laughing.
Yeah, he thinks it's someone we know.
Yeah,
and if it is, oh well, thank you.
If it is, guys,
I've still made it. I've got a hate comment.
Yes, we made it.
We're famous now. So.
I mean, if you care that much to comment that we're the worst podcasters ever,
if we piss you off enough that you feel the need to comment and tell us that,
I say we're doing pretty good.
Thank you.
Pretty good. We're doing pretty good. You know who else was kind of hated?
Ooh, who?
His name was John Dillinger.
John Dillinger.
And we're going to just call him Dillinger throughout this whole episode, because that's his most notable
That's like such a...
Dillinger. It sounds like a gun.
You know it's not a fun name? Herbert.
Herbert or Hubert aren't really that fun.
I think we should
call fun names.
I think we should call him Herbert.
Okay, we'll call him Herbert.
Okay, perfect. No, you can call him.
We'll call him Dillinger, just because that's what they called him when they referred to him. It's always Dillinger.
Okay,
but so his career as a gangster was during the Great Depression. He was born in 1903. Okay, so
he's old.
A native of Indianapolis, an Indiana boy.
Oh no.
Yes.
Our boss.
Yes.
He's from Indiana.
Maybe he's reincarnated Dillinger.
Maybe. I could see it.
And he has some nicknames, okay? Which include Jack Rabbit, because he was so
he was
at dodging the cops. Okay. And also later on, he would be dubbed Public Enemy Number 1.
Oh, dun.
So let's start out with his background, obviously, as I always do, as we do.
Okay, Peanut.
Exactly. His father was a grocer, so a grocery store.
A grocer
owner. A grocer.
Grocer. You said it right.
Okay. I was like, did I say that wrong?
Just the way you said it was so emphasized.
I know. It was hard to say a little bit. I had to think about
it. A brochure.
A brochure?
A brochure.
Yes, indeed. He was somewhat extreme on discipline, Felina, but he was also like switched it up. He was like one moment he'd be like.
So he was unpredictable. Yes. So was he bipolar?
Possibly. But he was like, he would beat he would beat John
Oh.
for being bad, but then
Whoa.
like the next day or whatever, or like whenever this was, he would give him money for candy. So he's like, he would like try
He
to
would love bomb
compensate.
him.
Yeah, he would try to compensate. He was apparently like very religious, I think too. So he was probably very much a disciplinarian, which and sometimes he would like keep him in the house all day, and then other times he'd be like,
Run and play.
go
I'm
run about
annoyed.
until it's dark. You
Yeah.
know, so it's very probably
It's
manic.
like the 80s.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
No, don't. I mean, even when I was a kid growing up, like we would be outside at night.
Oh,
But we
yeah.
were playing, like,
But those
games and
street
stuff.
lights came on. You had to go home.
Yeah, I didn't live on a street. I lived out in the country, so it was like
So
whatever.
You ran amok.
We were playing capture the flag at all times of night.
You ran amok.
Yes, I did. Just
In
not
the woods.
in the woods, just not around like a neighborhood. In the woods, really.
Yeah.
So, so his father was kind of unpredictable. Okay.
I hate that.
But he was a hard worker. He, had the support
Dillinger or
family.
his father?
His father.
Oh, okay. Well,
And his mother passed away from a stroke when he was 3. So he was raised.
so he probably was like stressed. to
Yeah,
the
he
max.
was
Probably had a mental break.
very sad, I assume. I mean, he was only 3. And then his like sister, who was like 14 years older than him, raised him for a little bit. And then his father remarried when Dillinger was 9. So he was a little resentful about that. You know,
He
how
was
it
like,
always was.
what about my mother?
Yeah, the step-parents, stepmothers, they always kind of have a bad rap. I think
I
regardless.
don't feel like always.
Well, no, but there's always the evil stepmother
Yes.
in all the fairy tales.
I suppose.
I think it's just hard to see your parent get remarried unless you're just like really happy for them, obviously.
Yeah.
But he was a kid.
I feel like in instances of like spousal death,
Yeah.
it's easier to be happy for the parent for getting
Yeah.
remarried.
If it's an affair, that's a whole other
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's like a no.
That's a very
Tusk.
Yeah. Like obviously, yeah, she died. So it was quite different. So as a young boy, Felina, he was involved in petty theft.
Of course he was.
Of course he was.
Because of
petty
course
theft is like not important stuff. I mean, it's important stuff, but it's like
he stole a candy bar.
coal. Like
Oh, he stole
stuff.
coal.
He stole
That's
coal.
not nothing to sneeze at.
I know. I mean, I'd guess during
Is
the
that
Great
petty?
Depression. I mean, it's considered petty theft because it's not. I mean, I don't know what it would be considered today. I mean, they didn't really.
I feel like today it would be considered petty theft.
No, for sure. Because like, who cares about coal now?
Yeah.
But then it would have been more important, really. I guess. But it was considered petty theft.
Okay.
He had a small gang in the neighborhood called the Dirty Dozen.
A gang.
So the little boys in the neighborhood.
Twas a gang later.
It's the Dirty Dozen.
Not the dozen.
And he would, obviously, this was a precursor to his later on gang.
I have a question. Is he American?
Yes. This is
He's
Indiana.
Indiana.
Yes.
Why are we speaking in British accent?
Gangster.
We hear gangster in the 1930s and we're like,
yes.
oh, yes, hello,
He's
governor.
running amok. It's just fun that way. He's running amok. Because I feel like people in the 30s were more British than they were American. Because the way they talked, they didn't have British accents, but they
Old
talked.
sport.
Yes, old sport. Hello,
Yeah.
old sport. They talked more.
What you doing over there, old sport?
Yes, they talked in that, swankish way.
That 1920s.
Yeah, even though it was the 30s.
Even though it was but they still talked
Well,
like
he
it
would
was
have
the
been
1920s.
growing up in the 1920s.
Yeah,
'cause
and everything
he
was really,
yeah.
really fast. And
Yeah,
it's like you
old
can't even
sport.
understand what they're saying, old sport.
Exactly. Old sport, old
Old
sport.
sport, old sport.
They have radio voices, so they seem British.
Yeah,
because
They
I don't
do.
know.
They
I don't
do.
know. Anyway, so he dropped out of school at like 16. Okay, his father was not happy about that.
Because of course he did.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
But it
Did
wasn't.
he at least work, or did he go straight into the gang life?
No, he went and worked.
Okay.
And it wasn't because he wasn't smart. Like he was actually smart, and he was actually a hard worker. He just got bored of school, so he dropped out.
Well, yeah, if he was actually smart.
Yeah, then you get
Maybe
bored of
he
school.
was like, this is pointless.
Well,
I
didn't
already know all
Einstein
this.
do that?
I don't
Wasn't
know.
he like bored, and so
I
they
don't
thought
know
he was
enough
like,
about Einstein.
They thought he was like dumb because he was not interested in school, but it was because he was too smart.
Too smart.
So
Genius
yes, he was a genius. So he got a job at a machine shop. So I don't know what they do there. They machines
Build machines?
build machines, do work on machines. I don't know. So his father was convinced, obviously, that the city was bad for his son. He's becoming this.
As most fathers were in that
He's
time
becoming this
period.
reckless kid that's running about. Okay?
Yeah, running amok.
Running amok, as they say.
Just like Hannah.
Exactly. You know me, I ran amok. I ran amok in the fields, and he ran amok fighting
In the
drinking,
cityscapes.
meeting ladies of the night, if you might
not
say.
the ladies of the night.
Yes.
No.
So the city was bad for him. Yes. John Herbert.
John Herbert.
So his dad was like, let's move out to a farm.
Cute.
In Indiana. So
he was like,
better.
he was like, let's run amok in the fields.
Let's run amok in the fields. But you know what? Dillinger just got his motorcycle and drove back to his job every day. So then he was in the city all night, still doing the thing. So it didn't really help.
Indianapolis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think, I don't remember where Mooresville, I think, was the place they moved to. It was like a more rural town.
Rural. That's a hard word
It
for
is.
Elmo.
It is a hard word.
Yeah, it's really hard in a British accent. Rural.
Row, your boat gently down the stream. Rural. Do you think they say that word a lot? Rural. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
We're just really Britished out.
Anyway,
so after all this, he's doing his little petty thefts, but then he decides to steal, auto theft. He steals a car. And I don't know if it was either, I heard two things. It was either to impress a girl on a date, or it was because he was upset because some romantic relationship went wrong. So it was something to do with a girl. Okay.
Thinking with wrong.
Yeah. So he stole a car.
Appendage.
Yes. And he was questioned by the cops, but he escaped them. They arrested him and he said, and he got out. Yes. But so he immediately the next day, you know what he does to compensate? He joins the Navy. Very smart.
Are you all there, mate?
I didn't think so. He was like, I'm already in trouble with my dad. I'm
in trouble with the cops, so let me join the Navy so they can't find me.
Take a guess how long he lasted in the Navy.
2 months.
Well, 5 months.
Oh.
No. So
okay.
He made it through basic training, and then he abandoned ship in port in Boston.
So he just left.
Yeah, he was.
So now he's wanted by the Navy.
Yeah, he was dishonorably discharged.
He was dishonorably discharged.
Yeah, I don't know when. I don't know how long after, but he obviously. Yeah,
he abandoned post and then they dishonorably discharged him. Okay.
Yes. Can you go to prison for that now?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what is the punishment now for abandoning? You don't do that.
Maybe we have to be at war to abandon.
Oh.
And go to what
do you mean?
Maybe we have to be at war to go to prison for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll have to look that up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. If you know, reach out to us at lattespodcast@gmail.com. Lattes on my mind on Facebook and Instagram, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, or YouTube. Comment on one of those. And lattespodcast.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
If you know military history. Or
rules.
We don't know either. So only lasted 5 months. Okay. And then he gets out and then he tries to settle down. He's like, you know what? I need to settle down. He's 20 at this time. And he marries.
Like, I need to calm down. I'm wanted.
He marries.
Oh.
A 16-year-old.
Oh.
A little, yeah, I know.
No.
Probably common at that time, but still.
To no for me, brother.
Unacceptable as a no. So her name was Beryl Hovius, which is a great name. Beryl, and you say it Beryl.
Beryl Hovius. Named John Herbert.
Right, you thought Herbert was bad?
One more time. Beryl
Hovius. Yes. So at first they're living with his father, which obviously doesn't go well. He steals chickens.
Why are they living with his father?
They don't have a house, I guess. But
what? Who in their right mind lets their 16-year-old daughter marry a man who don't even own his own house?
Well, and he's dropped out of the Navy.
He dropped out of the Navy. He wanted for the cops. Dropped out of school. Doesn't have a job.
Maybe they weren't involved, but then they moved in with her parents. So I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, they were like, we need to keep an eye on this guy.
Because his father was like, you got to get out. And so then they go to her parents. It's at this time he does get an upholstery job. Okay.
Oh.
And he joins the baseball team because one of his passions is baseball, apparently.
Okay, cute.
Yes, very cute. And this is 1924. So he's 21. Yes, he's 21. I had to do the math. Because he was born in 1903. So this is where he meets. This is where his downfall begins, my friends. Baseball does him in.
Begins.
What did I say?
His downfall begins.
His downfall begins. Yes,
I don't think he was pretty up there. You know?
He was on the slippery slope. Okay, but this is a big one. So he meets this guy named Ed Singleton, and this guy is a pool shark, and he's also on the baseball team. You know. And apparently he's like a distant relative of his stepmother. So I don't know if that's how they connected or what.
Maybe.
But it's like a distant relative, okay?
He's like, yeah, I hate her too.
Yeah, I hate her too. So they team up. And they're like, okay, well, he's like, this is what we're gonna do, John. We're gonna rob this grocer, another grocer.
His father?
No, not his father.
Okay.
It's a different guy in town. I don't remember what his name was. He was an older man. I don't know. But he's like, hey, he walks like when he's going home, he like has his receipts, which I guess is like the money from the day.
Okay.
And so he's like, it'll be really easy as he's walking home. Let's just go, knock him out, grab his money, have a getaway car. So
Pew,
he's
pew.
like, Dillinger, you're gonna do the robbing part. I'm gonna be the getaway driver.
Right. Of course.
Already a red flag, I feel.
Yeah.
Already a red flag.
Already.
So Dillinger, I was trying to think of what to call him.
Good old Dillinger. Good old Herbert.
Good old Herbert. Herbert.
Herbert.
Hubert's a lot more fun in my opinion than Herbert.
Hubert is fun. I'm gonna name my firstborn son Hubert.
Okay, I'm sure he'll be very appreciative for that. So he I guess comes up behind the guy walking home and hits him on the head with this. They called it he like clubbed him, but it was with like what was it called? I don't remember. But anyway,
a lead pipe.
A lead pipe in the
In the
conservatory.
lounge.
Yes, exactly, with lead pipe.
Colonel Mustard.
Exactly. So, but the guy doesn't get knocked out. He turns around and he grabs.
Oh,
the
he's
gun.
got a strong head.
Yeah.
Okay.
He turns around. He grabs Dillinger. He grabs the gun, and it discharges. And so Dillinger freaks out like he shot him or something. He's scared he shot him. So he runs off. And he's dashes back to go to the getaway car. Which guess what?
It's gone.
Exactly.
It's gone. He abandoned him.
It's vanished. Thanks a lot, Ed.
That stupid Edward.
Yes, Edward. I think his name was Edgar, actually. In the
Edmund. Eddie boy.
Edmund, Edward, not Edgar. She'll say every name besides the name that I actually said.
It took me a second to process that you said his name is actually
Edmund.
Edgar.
Yeah, you're not expecting Edgar when you call someone Ed. I
No,
feel.
Edgar is such an ugly, like, it's evil. It's like
it's the
hateful.
30s.
It's a hateful name.
Yes,
Edgar.
'cause have you ever seen the Aristocats?
Yes, Edgar.
Edgar's the little butler that like steals them. It's an evil name.
We are Siamese, if you please.
That is actually Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
But
You're right. You're correct. You said it, and yeah.
Yeah, at the moment you're like, nope, this is not right.
Correct.
But it does have cats. So that was a good connection.
Thank you.
Speaking of cats, her cat has puked on the floor.
Shut up, Hannah.
Well, I mean, my dog puked on the floor this morning as well.
Yeah, I walked in here and I was like, what is this? And I was like, did Kiki throw up? And then we sit down. We record a whole episode.
Yep.
And I look down and I'm like, I think that's more throw up right there on the other side of the room.
It happens to the best of us.
It does.
Anyway, where were we?
I don't know.
So, yes, Ed vanished. Not a very good getaway driver. So when they get caught, I don't know how they got caught.
Both
or how
of them
Singleton got caught. Well, Singleton decides he's going to plead not guilty. So either they make him come to trial or they arrest him, whatever. So he's like, I'm not guilty. And he gets 2 to 14 years. And come to find out, Singleton has a prior record. Okay?
Ooh.
And Dillinger does not. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Like of being he did these things when he was a kid, I guess. So they didn't.
He was a little rugrat.
Yeah, he was a rugrat, but he hadn't done anything crazy. So Singleton gets 2 to 14 years in prison and only serves about under 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Dillinger's dad, influenced by a local prosecutor, says you just need to come clean. Okay, you need to say that you're guilty, whatever. So he does this, and he gets 10 to 20 years in prison. And he doesn't have a prior record. The only difference was that Singleton had a lawyer and Dillinger did not. So get yourself a lawyer.
Lawyer up.
But it's kind of crazy. 10 to 20 years?
For
he did, I guess,
assaulting a person?
I guess he assaulted. Yeah, so I guess.
And I guess he had a gun, so attempted murder.
Yeah. Armed robbery, I guess, essentially. And he also assaulted him. So, so he was obviously shocked that he got this extreme of a sentence. You know what I mean? He's
right. I would be too.
He's quite like, oh my.
Let me guess. He escapes.
And he came clean. Well, we shall see.
He did come clean. He should have gotten credit for that. At least get 5 years.
Yeah, at least he admitted guilt. That's the thing is like Singleton claimed not guilty. He was just the getaway driver,
but he came up with the plan.
Yeah. he was the mastermind, and he was the one who like was like, go hit him with this and
that
stuff.
turd.
So he was quite shocked by the sentence. He kind of became resentful, obviously, in prison. But he was a good worker yet again when he was, I guess there was a seamstress, not seamstress, upholstery. But I think, it was like a shirt. They did like made shirts or something, I think, in the factory.
Okay.
I wrote it down somewhere. We'll find it.
It'll come up eventually.
But like whatever he did, he was like really good at it. And he would like exceed his quota, and then he would help other people like fulfill their quota. So that he made a lot of friends while in prison, which also means a lot of criminal friends, which are part of his gang. Right. He met these men. One is named Harry Pierpoint. Pierpoint. And Homer Van Meter. Fun names. Homer.
That's not a real name.
Homer Van Meter. It literally is Felina. You can look him up.
That's not a real name. You're lying to me.
I'm not lying to you. I promise. 3 times promised. And these obviously are friends that would accompany him in his later escapades. So keep them in your
escapades.
Back pocket.
Wow.
Yes, I know. Is that a big word for Elmo?
That's just such a big word for Elmo.
Now, so he's in prison. So he went in at 1924 or 25. 24.
One of those two.
1924. And so in 1929, now he's continued to keep contact with his family and his wife. Because remember, he's married.
He's still married. Yeah.
So they often visited him in prison and everything, and he wrote her love letters, all this stuff. But in 1929, she decides to divorce him because she can't do the whole
rude
long distance / married to a
criminal
thing. And this like breaks his heart. Okay.
Bob.
So he decides, and then right like after this, he's denied parole. Okay, and it's been like 5 years, and he's like on pretty good behavior. He's doing his work, all that. So he's pretty mad about this. So he asks to be transferred to the Indiana like state or something.
Penitentiary.
It's worse, obviously, than the one he's at. So they're like, what the world? And he says he wants to join the baseball team because it's better. But that's not why. It's because Pierpoint and Van Meter had been transferred to this jail. So he's like,
he wants his buddies.
Yeah, he wants his buddies. So obviously Pierpoint's investing and teaching Dillinger about bank robbery.
Pause.
Yes, ma'am.
They had baseball teams in prison that competed?
Or like that, like competed against each other or something. But they did say they had a better baseball team. So I don't know who they're competing against. Other prisons?
Interesting.
I don't know what they were doing at this time.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Did they? Do you guys know? Did they go out and compete?
Yeah. Do you know how that worked?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I have learned. And that is what the history says.
Okay.
I just don't know how that manifested. But he did not join the baseball team. That was just a ruse. Which he should have because he liked baseball.
He should have joined the baseball
team. Maybe he would have gotten his head on straighter if he had joined back doing sports. But alas
he did not. He said bank robbery.
Yes, Pierpoint said, I'm going to invest you in teaching about bank robbery, thinking that Dillinger would probably get parole before they would.
Okay, so he's like, because he's on better behavior.
Yeah, he's on better behavior because they had caused trouble, and that's why they had been transferred to the
well, he caused trouble too.
He did.
Oh, they had caused trouble in prison.
Yeah. So
okay.
He had to request specifically to go to there, but they had been transferred. He also learned from another mentor, like how to find entries and exits in banks, how to learn the layout, where the nearest police station was. So they were like, were prepping him. Okay. They were like, you're gonna do great.
You got this, buddy.
You got this. So
you can do it.
Finally, in 1933. So he's been in prison for 9 years.
9 years?
Yes, he ends up getting parole in 1933, and he was first in prison in 1924 because, and the reason he got parole was because his stepmother was on her deathbed. So
what?
Yeah. So they were like, I guess you can go see her. But she died before he got there. Now I did hear one thing that he had become fond of her at this point, but like
I'm sure he warmed up to her.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know how close they were or anything, but she dies before he gets there. Okay. So he's like, well, I might as well make, the most of parole.
Does he rob a bank on parole?
On parole, he robs a bank.
You idiot. Hooray!
Hooray! So he meets up with some of Pierpont's friends on the outside. Okay. And they start robbing some banks. He starts like getting, this is like his first time he's robbed a bank. Like obviously he tried to rob the dude, but he's never robbed a bank before.
Right. Well, he never successfully robbed the dude.
Yeah, he didn't. So this is his. Well, he like stole a car. He's done petty.
Yeah, he's
theft,
done petty theft,
but nothing like this. Okay,
nothing major.
Not
Nothing
only
federal.
Nothing. Yeah. Well, and apparently at this point, just as a side note, it was not a federal crime to rob a bank at this time. Which is crazy.
They waited till after Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
They were like, this is ridiculous. We need to make this a federal
crime. It's just because like the FBI at this point was like a new thing. Also, like it was a baby, like
it was baby.
It was a baby organization.
FBI baby.
I don't think they had quite established what the FBI was like going to take care of as like federal crimes or things like that at this time. What just happened to my voice?
I don't know.
Federal crimes.
Water.
Speaking of water, why not?
Yeah, why not take a little sippy sip right there?
So anyway, Old sport needs to wet a whistle. Old sport. So. He also, not only is he robbing banks, he makes escape plans for his buddies in jail with these 2 women accomplices. They hide these guns in the boxes of thread that would be sent to the like shirt factory that he worked in prison. Okay.
Oh.
So he's doing this. He's robbing. He's making these escape plans, but then he's caught. He's obviously because he's breaking his parole, doing all sorts of things.
He's being checked up on.
Exactly.
He's only on parole.
Exactly.
He's not a free man yet.
Right. So he's put in this little jail in Ohio, okay, until they could try him again.
Ohio.
Because he broke parole. I guess he had to be tried again. I don't know. Well, for the robberies, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not, I guess, tried again.
They knew the other thing, but like, yeah.
So his escape plans for Pierpont and his friends works. They get out of, there's like 10 of them that escape. Jailbreak.
What?
Yes, 10 of them. Because they use the smuggled weapons and they shoot like 2 guards on the way out. So like, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Did anybody die?
I think the 2 guards died.
Oh my gosh.
I think.
Gosh. You didn't have to do all that.
Yeah, I know. But the 10 prisoners escaped. I don't think any prisoners got killed in it at this time. So
some one of the other times they do.
Foreshadowing.
Dun, dun, dun.
So Pierpont decides, hey, like, let's just go get Dillinger out now, and while he's in the
Ohio,
small jail in Ohio, small jail.
Small jail.
So, they show up at the jail, and they're like to the sheriff, they're like, "Hey, we're here from Indiana State Prison to bring him back because he's broken his parole." And he's like, "Well," the sheriff's like, "Can I like see your credentials?"
Smart,
being a smart sheriff, and so they kind of freak out and they shoot him, and then they like club him to unconsciousness. Yes, they knock him out. So now they're really like they've
in trouble.
Killed. He ends up like dying from obviously this bleeding out later.
I killed the sheriff.
So and apparently his wife is with him at the jail. I don't know how they do things then. I guess the wife stays with them. So they get the keys from the wife and release Dillinger.
I thought the wife divorced him.
No, sorry, the sheriff's wife.
Oh.
Yeah. The wife, he's divorced at this point.
Okay.
Dillinger's divorced.
Okay.
Sheriff's wife has the keys. They get the keys from the wife, put the deputy and her in a cell, and then get Dillinger, okay? So they say, adios.
Adios.
And leave the sheriff bleeding out. So that's awesome. So this is the beginning of their actual gang. Are you okay? Is your back hurting still?
Yeah, my back hurts.
She's like... And she's like, keeps like pushing out her back. Like,
I'm fine. Keep going.
She's fine. So, they make their way to Chicago, right?
Chicago.
They obviously begin robbing banks, but they also decide, hey, we need to rob some police arsenals because we need weapons and we need bulletproof vests.
Why does it have to be police? Why can't you just get that elsewhere?
I don't know if. I don't know what's happening in the 1930s, but maybe that's the only place they could think of. I'm not really sure.
Old sport.
And also probably because they just want to be baddies. They want to.
They just want to be bad baddies.
They want to be bad baddies.
Don't you know?
So because they get machine guns from the arsenal, they probably can't get machine guns much elsewhere.
Off the black market, old sport.
Perhaps. Did they have a black market in the 1930s?
Oh, you know they did.
I know. Oh, you know they did.
They had just gotten out of the prohibition. They knew how to get some things they were supposed to have.
Yeah, they did. They had just. That's another thing. They had just gotten out of the prohibition, or it was starting. It was one of those things.
The 20s was the prohibition.
Was it? Okay, yeah, I guess so. Was it still going on during the Depression, or did they get the alcohol back because they needed it.
They got the alcohol back because they needed it.
Exactly.
That's what we're going to go with. We're not history people. If you're a history person and you know this information, why don't you give us a ring, old sport?
Right. Give us an email, old sport.
Shoot us some snail mail if you like.
Anyway, so they stole all these weapons. They got bulletproof vests, all the things, yada, yada, that they needed, okay? People in the press would, like, alternate between calling them the Pierpont gang or the Dillinger gang, because Pierpont was actually really the ringleader at this time.
Right. He's the one who taught him how to do what he was doing.
Right. But I think that people would call it the Dillinger gang to try to, like, rile them up, but they didn't care. They didn't
care either way. They were like, we're the gang.
We're just famous.
We are the gang. They got hate comments.
Yeah, and they knew they were kind of like celebrities and Dillinger would, you know, read the news reports and like cut out like the stories about them and stuff because he thought it was cool.
He was like, I'm in the paper.
Yeah, and he's like, sweet.
Pa.
And yeah, Pa, I've made it.
Both Ma's are dead.
Hey, Pa, I've made it. So the stories would be like, you know, describe them as wearing dark overcoats and like hats pulled over their faces. And they kind of became a sensationalized group, kind of like a Robin Hood type.
Right.
Remember, it's the Great Depression, so people kind of saw the banks in a bad light.
Yes.
Yeah, so they were kind of seeing it as like, and they didn't steal from like individuals. They
stole from the banks.
Stole from the banks. This gang specifically, like, I mean, obviously, like Dillinger, when he was on his own, tried to steal from people, but like later on, he didn't. He was robbing from the banks. So they went all over the place. They went Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, robbing banks. And they would be like, they were meticulous about their planning, like we talked about, like with the knowing the layout. But they would also like drive the escape route like several times
before they did it.
Yes, before they did it, they would have two of the gang members go into the bank the day before and kind of scope it out. Figure out who's like putting the money in the safe, all that stuff. And they would also leave like gas tanks along the way just in case they like ran out of gas in the escape route. And they also left, I think I listened to one thing that said they would like leave nails as well so that they could like throw the nails out the window when the cops were chasing them.
Oh, and
so
then pop a tire.
Yeah, pop the tires.
That's actually really smart.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
I
mean, bad, horrible. You're breaking the law.
But they were very good at what they did. And they also like to put a fun little twist on it sometimes. They would, one time they like disguise themselves as alarm system sales reps and like got into the vault and were like it's essentially like controlled the security system and all that because they like disguised themselves like, oh, we need to check this, you know, your security, and then like literally robbed them. And then another time they acted like they were a film crew scouting out like locations for like a bank robbery movie. Clever fellas.
Clever.
So they did all these things, but they were also guilty of killing 2 police officers, and that was like...
Yeah, and a sheriff.
Yes. Well, yes, I guess so. I don't know if that was the one they were considering, the one that was like in the jail. But then I think that Dillinger did accidentally... He was like, I always felt bad about that because one of the guys that got killed, the police officer, was kind of just like a byproduct of it. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to kill him.
Yeah.
But he got like either caught in the crossfire or like he like had to kill him or something. So supposedly he was like not like naturally like a killer like some of the other ones. Yeah. He became more violent because of them essentially, but it wasn't like his first thing. His first thing was robbing. He didn't really. Yeah. Wasn't like his goal to like.
Well, he had a reputation to uphold too at a certain point. So.
Yeah. So anyway, so after their crimes in Chicago, they go to Florida for like a little holiday, and then they go to Arizona because they're like living their lives kind of like low key between.
They're on
heists.
the road.
Yeah. So they're like, but they have their girlfriends with them, like they're doing their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're staying in this hotel, and a fire happens. And there's 2 of the gang members staying there under fake names, but when they like escape, some of the firemen recognize them because like their faces are
famous
everywhere
now. Yeah.
So the police come and they arrest 3 of the gang members as well as Dillinger at this time. Okay. And they have an amount of cash on them. I read somewhere that it was like $25,000, which today is like $604,000.
Oh, okay.
You know, like equivalent, like they're making it big. They're making it big, okay? His 3 accomplices, okay, so it's Pierpont, Mackley, and Clark are their names, are taken to Chicago, okay? Where they're found guilty of murdering the sheriff in Ohio. The one that we had talked about. The guy.
He's not found guilty?
No, he's
Okay.
because he
didn't murder him.
He was a prisoner.
Yeah, he was literally couldn't murder him.
And they take him somewhere else. I don't know why. I'm not really sure why they took him to a different jail.
Probably to lessen communication.
Probably. Because at this point, I don't know if they think he's the ringleader
or not,
but he wasn't the one who killed him. So they take them to Chicago because they killed him, I guess, in Ohio. So they, go to try them in that state or whatever.
Chicago is in Illinois.
Oh yeah. What am I saying? Why do I always think Chicago's in Ohio? I don't know. That's not true.
Cincinnati.
Yes. Yeah. I think I get Chicago and Cincinnati confused. So I don't know why they take him to Chicago, but
isn't the fire in Chicago?
The fire? No, it was in Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they take them back to Chicago. Maybe it's where they're from because they take Dillinger to Indiana. So maybe they're probably from Chicago.
Yeah.
But Pierpont, I think it's Pierpont. I don't know why I keep saying Pierpont.
Paramount. We're just gonna call him Paramount.
And Mackley get the death sentence. Okay. Whereas Clark gets prison for life. And I don't know why. I don't know if it was because like one of them like shot him. I know Pierpont shot him, and I don't know if the other guy like helped him like beat him to death or
maybe
beat him
and
to
then
unconsciousness.
and then the other
maybe Clark was just an accessory.
Yeah.
But he gets prison for life for some reason. But Mackley and Pierpont try to escape because they're like, I guess why the heck not? We have the death sentence anyway.
What do you have to lose?
Right. And Pierpont's killed in the escape, and Mackley's killed in the escape. Pierpont gets injured, and so they let him heal up, and then a month later they execute him. I'm like,
what is
you let him heal up and then you have him executed?
Literally, what's the purpose?
So all this to say, like,
maybe he was an organ donor.
maybe. Do they have organ donors in the 30s?
I'm sure they did. I don't know.
Probably not of your own free will. They probably just like get his organs.
Yeah, maybe they were donating them to medical science.
Maybe. Or maybe it just seems inhumane to like put him to death while you're killing him.
Get him while he's down.
Yeah, to get him while he's down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure the reasoning. I'm sure they have some reasoning behind it.
Well, maybe it wasn't even like they're letting him heal up. Maybe there was only certain times they could do the euthanization.
The euthanization? Is that the word? The electric chair?
Oh, I guess it was the electric chair.
Yeah, it was the electric chair at this
point.
point.
Maybe there's only certain times they were able to do it.
Maybe.
And so they had to wait.
Yeah. Or there was some law that you couldn't put an injured person to death. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. If you know, let us know. So all this kind of like, obviously this is not about Dillinger, but like essentially his main group, his main mentors are killed.
Right.
So he's kind of on his own. And he gets taken to Indiana while this all happens. Okay. So he is awaiting trial because he did kill a police officer, but I mean, his wasn't like outright like trying to kill him.
On purpose. He was caught in the...
Yeah, he was caught in the crossfire or something. Crossfire. Words are hard. So
yeah, they are.
What he does is during this time in this little jail, legend says that and this is what he claimed to have done. He whittled like a fake gun out of a washing board thing. So and then covered it with like shoe polish to like make it look black and like it was a real weapon. And supposedly at one point he I don't know how he does this, but he I guess he might have like grabbed one of the guards like through the bars or something, like put it to his back and was like, I'm gonna blow your head off or something. Yeah, I'll shoot you, old sport. Get me out of here.
Now give me those keys.
Exactly.
Stat.
So yeah, he pretty much intimidates them, supposedly, and escapes. Some people think that his lawyer actually like paid someone off to get him out.
Probably is what happened.
Probably, but much funner story to say that he had a fake gun. Much funner story.
Much more fun.
I say, old sport. So during this, he gets out. And to go to Chicago, he steals a car, the sheriff's car.
Why is he going to Chicago? Just because that's where they were?
He likes Chicago, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. But also at this time, it is like kind of the gangster era.
It's the gangster
and it's big in
meetup.
Chicago.
Yeah.
So he confiscates the sheriff's car and he drives over the Indiana-Illinois line. Now, Felina, apparently... This is called committing the National Motor Vehicle Theft Act, which is a federal crime at this time.
Oh.
Okay? So that means that the FBI can get involved. All right? Which then I was confused. The baby FBI. I think it might have been called the Department of Investigation at that time, the DOI, because it kept saying the DOI, kind of like a DUI, but with an O. With an O. It was kind of confusing. I don't know if they were actually called the FBI at this time, but they were calling it the FBI.
Okay.
So they obviously get very much invested in this nationwide hunt for Dillinger. Okay.
Correct.
Now
it's their first big case. Of course, they're excited.
I know. So he goes into Chicago and he meets up with his girlfriend. Okay. He has a girlfriend named Evelyn, but they call her Billy. I don't know why.
Interesting.
No idea.
It's her crime name.
So they make their way to Mooresville, Indiana, where his father lived and stayed with them. And I'm like, why would his father allow him to stay with him?
Maybe he was sickly and he didn't really realize all that had happened.
Maybe not.
Maybe he told a great big fib.
And he's like, Dad, I think he was injured. And so he maybe like his dad was like, yeah, you can stay with me or whatever.
He took pity.
So Evelyn later visited Chicago and she's caught by the FBI and sentenced to 2 years in prison.
Why is she going to prison?
For harboring a fugitive.
But maybe she was kidnapped by the fugitive. He took her over state lines.
No.
Defense.
She was very much like part of his little shenanigans.
No, I'm sure she was, but that's the defense I would take.
Yeah, I was just an innocent.
He took me. He wouldn't let me come.
Exactly. So whatever. He's like, okay, well, she's done for. Not like she's done for, but like, what can he do?
Well, she's out of here.
For some reason, he decides. I don't know why she's not worth rescuing or whatever.
She's not a girl worth fighting for.
Ooh, how about a girl who's got a brain? Who
always speaks her mind? Nah.
So at this time, he says, well, I'm going to form my own gang. We head up at a second gang or whatever. So
the Denver Devils, what is it?
They should have called what? The Dirty Dozen?
The Dirty Dozen.
The Denver Devils? Yes, exactly. The Dirty Dozen reunited.
The Dirty Dozen 2.0.
So, which includes Homer Van Meter, which is one of the guys he was in prison with.
Yeah.
Lester Babyface Nelson Gillis.
Oh, Babyface.
Babyface Nelson.
Babyface, get on over here, old sport.
Eddie Green and Tommy Carroll and multiple others, okay?
Tommy Carroll.
I guess these are just like the main names.
Is it another Edgar?
There's no Edgar.
Eddie.
Yeah,
Eddie?
I don't know. Maybe
Edward?
it's Edmund.
Edmund?
I have no idea. They don't talk
Eduardo?
about him much. So, they obviously start robbing banks again. They go to this place in Wisconsin, yada, yada. They get busted, but they escape out the back window. Just to give you like a quick little summary of that, because it's just kind of like long. Mm-hmm. But essentially, this is after he's named public enemy number 1. Okay?
Okay.
And there's a reward offered for him of $10,000 for his capture and $5,000 for information that leads to his arrest. Okay.
Oh, dang.
So he's now like the head honcho. So he actually undergoes a very primitive form of plastic surgery, which I did not know was possible at this time.
Yeah. Probably wasn't great.
No, it wasn't great. So he is finally, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought.
She don't even be knowing.
I don't even be knowing.
She don't even be knowing.
So let's talk about his downfall. Okay. That's where we're going. That's where we're heading.
Okay.
His like last bank robbery he does is kind of a fiasco, one might say. Like it was a failed.
Was it supposed to be his last?
Or was it like... No, it wasn't like his planned last. It was just his last. And it was kind of like hostages were shot in the escape. Like they used them as shields.
Oh, it was a cluster.
It was a cluster, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And apparently I think the Van Meter was shot in the head.
Oh, no.
As he was like pulled into the car. So like it kind of goes like a little.
Everybody dies.
Yes. So in 1934, so he only like has his like big gangster era for like a year and a half maybe, because he got rearrested and was in prison again. So I don't remember when he got out in 1933.
Sounds to me like he did not evade the police like he thought.
No,
like you previously mentioned.
He escaped a lot. But
he
they
got
called
caught.
him Jackrabbit because there were lots of escapes that he did, like that he evaded capture, but he also got captured a lot.
Yeah.
So they called him Jackrabbit, Felina, so it had to be true.
Right.
So
right.
in 1934, July 21st, this woman named Anna Sage.
July
21st. Yes,
in
indeed.
the
What's wrong?
30s.
Oh, that's Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart.
Oh, these things do happen, don't
These
they?
things do happen.
But this lady called Anna Sage, whose actual name is Anna Compañas, she's from Romania. Okay.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
So she is an immigrant. And she is a brothel owner / a madam. So
that whore.
Because of this, apparently, like her immigration status is kind of shaky because they're like she's kind of like immoral,
doing illegal things.
Yes. So they're like, her deportation process had kind of started. So she wanted to get a bargain for information from, she wanted to get a bargain from the FBI to like give them information about Dillinger. Okay.
She wanted that $5,000.
Yes. She was like, I get money. And also, can you
not deport me?
And they're like, well, we can't promise anything because like the department,
they're not in charge.
They're not in charge. Yeah. It's like another Department of Labor or something like that. And so they're like, we'll do what we can. Like we'll advocate for you.
Put a good word in.
Put a good word in for you. And we'll also get you the money or whatever. And so she's like, bet. She thinks this is a good enough deal. Right. So, and the guy who she talks to at this time is like the FBI head in Chicago. His name is Melvin Purvis. Everyone has fun names in the 30s. Purvis. Not great. I would not want that last name.
Pretty Purv.
Yeah, like it's not great. So she's like, I know Dillinger because his girlfriend, new one, Polly Hamilton, works for me. So she has seen him. She has seen this
Sir Gentleman with the gentlewoman
coming to the brothel, of course.
Oh, they went to the brothel together, or
I think she might have just brought him there because she worked there.
Okay,
okay, because they could go somewhere else for that sort of thing.
They totally could.
So she informed them that they have plans the next night or whenever it is, or like in the upcoming week to go to the movie theater. And she's like, I don't know which one we're going to. Like, it was all three of them. Like,
she's joining.
Yes, she's joining. She's like, it's either the Marlboro or the Biograph, but I'll let you know. But then she was like, well, shoot, we're definitely going, but they still haven't decided which one they're going to. And so the FBI is like, okay, we'll put people outside
at both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll be wearing an orange dress or something like that. And I'll be with, Polly and Dillinger. Okay. So they ended up going to the Biograph. Okay. So, and Purvis had chosen this one. So that's good. He's outside this one. Okay. Now they come out of the movies at 10:30 p.m. Okay.
Sheesh.
I know. Sheesh. It's late. And they had planned this, signal that Purvis would light a cigar when he was ready for them all to like close in on him. So Dillinger comes out with the two ladies. And I read somewhere like he makes eye contact with Purvis, but like he doesn't like think anything of it. He's just kind of like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he lights the cigar and he's like, they called him Johnny when he was a kid. So he's like, we've got you surrounded, Johnny, or something like that. Now, Dillinger obviously has a gun. So he pulls out his gun and starts running.
He goes,
right. I don't know what I don't know what his plan was, but they shoot him.
No.
Thrice. He is hit by bullets and he goes face down into the alley. No.
He dies.
Dawn. I don't know if they were trying to, I guess they shot him because he tried to escape, but
yes,
I think their plan was to catch him.
Did they hold did they give $5,000 to this lady?
I don't know.
Did she get deported?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to her. I'm sure she got the money.
She's the reason he got caught.
I know.
Died.
Well, then I don't know. I Google it. Did Anna Compianas or whatever her name is?
Anna Sage.
Was she deported after Dillinger's death, or did they let her stay in the country? They deported her?
Who betrayed Don Dillinger? Don
Dillinger
was deported to Romania in April of 1936.
Oh, so 2 years later? Well, that sucks. She didn't even get that.
She received the reward, but immigration authorities did not uphold the deal made by local FBI agents.
So, okay, wow. That sucks. But
she died in 1947. She was deported in 36 and only lived 10 more years.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's awful.
Well, I think I don't know how old she was, but she was a little bit older because she had a husband and he like died or something. No, they separated. And then that's why she became
a harlot.
So at 10:30 they exit the movie theater. At 10:50 in the Alexian Brothers Hospital, he's pronounced dead. Okay. But before they can secure the scene, there's like a crowd. There's like passerbys, and they know.
Yeah, because they know who he is.
They know who he is, and so
they're not stupid. They know.
Because to them, he was kind of
a hero,
somewhat of a hero.
He robbed the banks,
right? So he was
bankrupted them.
Yes, exactly. So before they could like secure the scene, some passerbys, whatever they're called, dip their handkerchiefs in his blood as like keepsakes.
Ew, brother.
Yeah. So
disease.
I don't know why you would do this.
He's not Jesus.
He's not Jesus. I don't know why you want his blood, but for some reason that's what they did. They got their little keepsakes. And then they waited outside like all night, like to see his body. Because they wanted to see the outlaw. And I think it was like thousands of people, they said, like that night, like passed by to try and see it.
You know who wasn't there? Anna Sage.
Anna Sage wasn't there.
She said, oopsie.
I was going to say Jesus.
You were supposed to just get caught, not killed.
And that's his story. And they have his like death mask, which is kind of like scary looking. I saw.
Death mask?
Yeah. I don't know if it's like, what is it when they like, I don't know if they like
take a mold of your face.
Mold of your face, yeah. And it was like kind of creepy. But
Anna Sage died at 58, by the way.
Oh,
she was old.
She was older for the 30s, I suppose. But yes, and he's known as like one of the greatest bank robbers in American history.
All in all, how many banks do you reckon he
I don't
actually
know. I was wondering that too,
robbed?
and I meant to look it up, but I did not have time. Let's see.
Because I mean, like, how many did Bonnie and Clyde rob?
How many banks did Dillinger? I think of the gangster era. Wait, hold on.
Who has robbed the most banks in all of time?
He robbed 24 banks and 4 police stations between 1933 and 1934. So it was like only a span of a year.
It was a short. Okay.
Stealing roughly 500,000.
Carl Gagosian.
Who is that even?
Known as the Friday Night Bank Robber.
Oh.
Is considered the most prolific bank robber in the U.S. history, having robbed over 50 banks.
Ooh.
In over a 30-year period.
Oh, but
that's almost more impressive.
In a 30-year period? Well, because you're not caught.
Yeah, he wasn't caught for 30 years.
He did so many, I guess, in such a short
time. That's impressive.
And it was also during the gangster era, so I don't know. Who is considered the greatest bank robber in American?
Eddie Dodson robbed 64 banks between July of 1983 and February of 1984.
Yeah, and for some reason John Dillinger is generally considered the most notorious American bank robber.
Interesting. Maybe it's because he had the people's hearts.
I think it was because of that, and also because the FBI was, forming at this time, and they named him like
the number one.
Yeah, and the number one public enemy. And I think this was like the first time they'd given someone that title. Yeah. So I think he became quite famous. Yes. So he was, yes. I don't know why. It was also the Great Depression. So
he was looked up to by the people.
Right, exactly. It was a bad time for America, and they said, you know what? We might as well look up to the villains.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Our regular Robin Hood old sport.
But he was also like supposedly like very calm and like.
So he was nice.
Like, yes, like
he was gentle.
He was a normal guy. Like if you met him on the streets, you'd be like, oh, he's chill.
Yeah.
He was very like calm in like the circumstances, and I think he did the thing that like kind of became like famous and like related to gangsters. Is like he would like shoot the machine gun in the air and say, "This is a hold up" or whatever.
Stick 'em
up. So that became like a
This is
iconic.
robbery.
Yeah, like you're being. This is it. Everyone get down or whatever.
Everybody
this
drop
is stick up.
down. Let me see your hands.
Yeah. So that's the story of Johnny Dillinger.
Good old Johnny
Yes,
Hubert Herbert Dillinger.
Hubert.
Herbert reminds me of Sherbert.
I know, and I just got
hungry.
hungry. Yeah,
I'm
like,
hungry.
wow.
I got hungry on the drive home.
Yeah. Oh, girl.
Yeah.
She's out through 2 podcasts.
Yeah, I sure did. I didn't even grab a snack or nothing.
No, she did not. And I'm going to go eat cream of wheat, maybe. That sounds so good. With some peanut butter in it. Cream of wheat. Have you ever had cream of wheat?
Is that the cereal?
The hot cereal?
No.
Oh.
Oatmeal.
And no, it's like a smoother hot cereal. You've never had cream of wheat?
I'm so confused right
You've
now.
never had cream of wheat?
No,
This girl has never had cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat. We're having white people talk all night.
White people
going to be
talking
so delicious.
it looks like this.
It looks like mashed
It's
potatoes. Porridge.
It's porridge.
It's porridge.
It's essentially porridge for the poor.
Porridge.
But
For the
you put some peanut butter and brown
brown sugar.
Yes,
I bet.
Mwah. Delish. It's really just a receptacle for the peanut butter and brown sugar.
It's really just a vessel.
That's just the filling part.
Yeah.
Anyway, advice: don't rob banks, or maybe
do.
do.
And if you do, maybe share some love with
the
your
people. Yes, maybe share some love.
You can, if you would like to give us some money from the banks that you robbed, you can reach out to us at lattespodcast@gmail.com. And we can schedule a meetup,
Yeah.
You can reach us at lattespodcast@gmail or on Facebook and Instagram. You can Lattes on My Mind on Facebook and Instagram. You can comment on any of our posts, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, or YouTube, or you can reach us at lattespodcast.com and you can comment there at the bottom of the website.
But also, as a disclaimer, do not give us illegal money.
I will be like, this person funded our podcast.
They funded our podcast.
So how was I to know it was stolen? It was gift.
In terms of money, we have no money, as Drew says. So,
In terms of money, we have no money.